Coming up next on today's episode of Eye for an Eye.
What kind of job?
I put in a new concrete driveway for the plaintiff.
Would you want your mother paying for this driveway?
Yes, if it's a brand new driveway, it will have to be paid for.
You have lied, you have cheated, and I could just come over there and smack you one. What should have been done?
In the court system, justice is not always just. That's why they bring their disputes here. Real people, real problems, real revenge. Justice is eye for an eye.
Hello, it's me, Kato Kalin, and welcome to this episode of Eye for an Eye. Today, our plaintiff claims she was ripped off by a scamming pit boss who was hired to fix her driveway. He broke for lunch and vanished into thin air. The defendant alleges there were scheduling problems and he was doing his best to provide curbside service.
I'm the plaintiff, and I did a professional job. Concrete, I put down a driveway, I did all the things I'm supposed to do.
I hired that gentleman to do a job on my driveway, and I was completely ripped off.
I was badgered, I was harassed, I was called at all times, I was asked to do work on days when it was impossible to do work.
I didn't badger him. I didn't harass him or follow him all around or hide like he said.
This is the case of just say no to cracks. Let's see if Extreme Akim can bust up this case. Let's watch.
All rise! Extreme King, Extreme King, Extreme King, Extreme King, Extreme King, Extreme King, Extreme King.
Okay, which one of you is Norman Wells?
I'm Your Honor.
Okay, you're the plaintiff of this case, and what do you do for a living?
I own a concrete contracting company.
Okay, and you're suing for how much money?
$2,500.
And what's that for?
It's for the balance due on the job that I performed.
What kind of job?
I put in a new concrete driveway for the plaintiff.
Okay, and you're saying how much money are you saying she did give you?
Well, I got paid half, which was approximately $2,500, which I've been paid, and I'm still owed a balance due now for quite a while for $2,500.
Okay. All right, now you're Miss Stark, is that correct?
Yes, I
Okay,
am.
and is that your husband next to you? Or?
No, this is my neighbor.
Neighbor, okay. And he's saying that you didn't pay him. He had a contract for $5,000 and you didn't pay him the remainder of the $2,500. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
Okay, and can you tell me why you didn't pay him the $2,500?
Because he tricked me.
Okay, tell me what happened.
Okay, I have known this gentleman for quite a few years. In fact, he repaired my water heater, which I paid him $75 for. He was completely trustworthy, I thought. He painted my porch for $250 and did a beautiful job.
Okay.
When he left from doing the porch, he said, "Have you noticed how bad your driveway is?" I said, "No." He said, "I can fully repair it. It will look absolutely gorgeous for $5,000. I said, "Well, if you think I need it," because I trusted him.
Right. Were you planning on replacing the driveway, or you were just listening to him? That you
No, because he told me my water heater
Right.
needed repaired, and it did. And my porch needed painted, and I knew it did. So he said about the driveway, I believed him.
Okay, and then what happened?
He came with all this different equipment. My kind neighbor here that I've known for 20 years came over and said, "What on earth are they doing? They don't even bring the proper equipment."
During those couple of months, what kind of things did you do to try to find him, to get him out there?
I had trouble finding him. I called, I went looking for him, and every time he had an excuse. "Well, we can't pour cement because it's too cold. We can't do this, we're going to have a storm." It was one thing after another. Then he said he had another job and he couldn't do mine.
Okay, so how much money did you give him up front? You gave him the $2,500 up front?
Yes.
This lady gave you $2,500. You took
Correct.
the money, and then she's saying that you deserted her for over 2 months. She couldn't find you. She called. Tell me, is that true?
No, it's a lie. This lady here's lying.
Okay, what is
Hands
your
over
side?
face.
I am not a liar.
Okay.
Oh,
He
she can be
think-
very convincing. I
No.
can guarantee that.
He thinks he can be convincing because he's so big. He does not scare me.
She scares me, though, I'll tell you that right now.
Do you want me to come over there?
Coming up next.
You have lied, you have cheated, and I could just come over there and smack you one. What should have been done?
You're watching Eye for an Eye.
I'm not a liar.
Okay.
Oh,
He
she can be
think-
very convincing. I
No.
can guarantee that.
He thinks he can be convincing because he's so big. He does not scare me.
She scares me, though, I'll tell you that right now.
Do you want me to come over there?
Eye for an Eye. Real people, real problems.
Okay, but tell me what happened. Tell me what happened.
Well, we ran into a lot of bad weather, and when we went through the discovery part of demolition of her driveway, we found out that whoever did it never put any rebar in the driveway, so it wasn't reinforced. We couldn't just fix the cracks. We had to take the whole process out. In the wintertime, you can't do anything when it's cold, when it's raining. Guys get sick, they don't show up. I had some real legitimate causes. Yeah, sure, I didn't return every single phone call because she was calling me 3-4 times a day. I've got business to run.
I wasn't. Judge, I wasn't. He thinks because he's so big, he can intimidate me.
That's
well,
right.
Well, we're
He's
not-
found out wrong. He's not going to, I do not want him to go around neighborhoods taking advantage of senior citizens that are living on a low income.
I take advantage of everybody the same. I don't treat anybody differently.
Oh,
Well, ma'am, don't you worry. That's what we're here in this courtroom for. I'm not going to let them intimidate you. So
No.
you tell me. She says that during this 2.5 months, she would call you. You would tell her you had other jobs. Is it true you had other jobs going on?
Absolutely. I had some more pressing commercial jobs that had tenants with scheduled move-ins that I had to go ahead and give my attention to. And I explained that when I did
So
talk
you
to
left her stranded. Could you use your driveway at the time?
no. My friends would come over. A dear friend of mine actually broke her toe in a big hole that was in the driveway. Look
Okay.
at this.
Let me see the pictures. Big Sugar Ray, bring me that
Cracks,
picture.
holes in it all over. You know that's the truth. Why are you lying?
Okay, after he came out that night, did you ever see him again? When he
I
came out
think
that...
he did come back
Sure.
when my husband went over and.
And this is the way he left the driveway?
Yes, and he said he wanted his money.
Concrete cracks. It does. It always cracks. I guarantee
doesn't.
it cracks.
It doesn't.
But I put steel in there. It's not going anywhere. It's going to work. It's functional. It doesn't look the best, but it's functional. I need to get paid. I'm not leaving without a check.
And what about my pansies? Have you trying to
Hey,
get away with
don't even
that?
talk to me about your pansies. I could care less about your
So you're
pansies.
I know.
suing this lady.
You
How old
could
are you,
kill.
ma'am?
How old am I?
Yes.
I am 72.
Okay, and your friend here, how old are you?
75.
Okay, can you
Yes.
tell me, what do you know about this case?
Well, all I know is that every time he came by, they made a lot of noise for the whole neighborhood, early in the morning, late at night. It's a terrible job.
Okay, thank
I
you,
mean,
sir.
it-
Thank you for coming to court. Now, who did you bring to court?
My superintendent, sir.
Okay, you're the superintendent of
Yes, I am.
this company, and tell me what you know about this.
Well, we always try the best work that we can do, and sometimes you run into the problems where you cannot do that much or the kind of concrete work. So
What is your name?
Fermin
Fermin?
Ramos.
Fermin, have you seen this picture?
Yes.
And are you proud of this work?
No, sir, but I just
Would you want your mother paying for this driveway? If this is the job she got done on her driveway, would you tell her to pay
well,
it?
yes. If it's a brand new roadway, it will have to be paid for.
They can't take advantage of people this way. We must do something to stop it.
Right. Like, get paid now.
But my main objective is to have something to teach this fellow a lesson, where when he was being brought up, he evidently was never taught the difference between right and wrong. You have lied, you have cheated, and I could just come over there and smack you one, which should have been done.
I think you better get over there. If I was you, I think...
He should not be allowed. He needs to be taught. He cannot do this.
The reason why it looks like that is because she insisted I pour the concrete when it was too cold, and that is the end. That's the result of the product. And she threatened me at my house.
Oh, that is a lie.
I didn't say
If you witness any of that,
I could take care of you myself.
okay. All right, I think I know what's happening here, and I'll be back in a second rendering my decision. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Nothing against you, sir. You're probably a fine gentleman, but Granny, I think I'm in love with you. Was she great or what? Sticking up for herself like that, you are terrific. I don't know what the decision is going to be, but Granny, I'm a big fan, big fan. Now, you had something to say.
I have a question for the defendant. How could you pick on this little bitty 6'7", 300-pound man?
It's very easy, the way he has treated me.
Yeah, that's right. Right, Granny been eating spinach, huh? We got something to say over here.
Hey, Ponytail. Do you only steal from the elderly, or do you take candy from babies, too?
I can tell you, I'd steal candy from you, that's for sure.
I think the ponytail looks fine. Not really. You had a comment. You don't have a ponytail, do you? No. Good. Just making sure.
Not only did you take advantage of her, she was your friend. How could you do that?
Yeah, they were friends. How could you actually do that? It's like, taking advantage of your own grandmother, am I right? Well, once again, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what we say. Not at all. We have opinions. It matters what one person says. That is Judge Extreme Akim. And what are you going to say?
All rise!
Thanks. All right, Mr. Wells, even though you had a contract with this lady, you breached the contract. You didn't perform it. You didn't do it within a reasonable time. You didn't do what you contracted to do. So therefore, in this case, I'm going to award my verdict to the defendant and award her the bat of justice in this case. Now, I'm going to make the plaintiff pay you your $2,500 back. But I was really touched when you said that you wanted to come to my courtroom because you wanted him to feel what you had been through. And you picked the right courtroom to do that in. Because not only am I going to make him pay you the $2,500, I'm going to allow you to take a bulldozer and go to his driveway and tear up his driveway. Mr. Wells, you say your work is so well done. Well, let's see how good of a job you could do in your own house, in your own driveway. The bat of justice goes to the defendant. Here's Sugar Ray.
Coming up next, the defendant gets revenge.
No! Put it on! Put it to it! Put it to it!
You're watching Eye for an Eye.
I'm going to allow you to take a bulldozer and go to his driveway and tear up his driveway.
Well, it's just another workday for the little old lady from Pasadena. I don't know what her name is. I think we call her Tootsie. No, it's Grandma Stark, or Miss Stark, to me. It's amazing that she's going to be driving a bobcat. What's that? Well, it's opposite of a tomcat. Bobcat is a huge device, machine that can actually put big holes in driveways. Norman's driveway As a matter of fact, Norman is going to plead for Grandma not to drill holes in his driveway, but she's prepared. She's got a hard hat, and she's ready to do some construction. I predict by the time she's done, Norman and his construction company may hire a granny. You never know. But get this. Here she is, 80-year-old woman driving this Bobcat, putting holes in this guy's driveway. Granny, I love you. We got to go out. Do you like applesauce? My treat.
Oh, this is a step. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you.
Granny, oh my, what a great big Bobcat you have.
I'll give these to you.
Uh-huh.
You want to go ahead and put on your gloves and your glasses and your helmet?
Do I need all this?
Absolutely. Flying concrete.
Norman, she never would do this. It's only because you have a ponytail.
Man, this is your last chance. You can forgive and go home.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary driving it, but, you know.
Go on ahead and turn it on there.
There you go.
Granny, start pumping. Granny, I forgot to tell you, the garage wasn't part of the deal.
Oh, look at it.
Granny, come out of the Bobcat. Granny, okay. Granny, come on, out of the Bobcat. No, Granny, out of the Bobcat. Granny, out of the Bobcat. Granny, out of the Bobcat. I'm telling you, Granny got some back. Can't wait for her to come out of the Bobcat. Stick around. Well, it all worked out. Nan got her revenge, Norman got his driveway screwed up, and I had to pay for the garage door. Man.
I really enjoyed it. I had fun.
Today, justice was hard to back out of. Until next time, I'm Cato Kalin for Eye for an Eye. Keep watching.